This ends now.
All right, hello and welcome everyone to the first ever rendition of Doom's Gauntlet. Over these next 3 days, we will separate the best from the best of the European West. This tournament will be in the format of a Swiss bracket with 8 teams, including an elimination bracket. Also, this tournament is presented to you by the Banbury Barbarians team. We are a small college and we are trying to make this tournament as good as possible for all of you to participate and watch. Thank you very much. So for our first team today, we have Lego piece number 26,047 versus Nispuk Fan Club. What's everybody's opinions on the matches today?
Well, I think it's gonna be an exciting match today. You know, these are two very young teams, so hopefully we can see some potential here, if you know what I mean. Like I hope to see some exciting moments and some really close games today.
Yeah, I've done my research and I found that actually Nispuk is almost qualified for FACEIT Expert Division. Sorry,
Really?
Masters Division. Yeah, they did. So Lego
Okay.
Piece will struggle, I believe.
I still think Lego Piece will be able to take this one. I'm gonna stand against this book. I think Lego Piece will have it.
Hmm.
I think it
My
will be a close game. I think it will be 2-1. 2-1, I believe, to Lego Piece.
I'm sorry, Lego Piece, but after be against you with a sweep 2-0 to Nispuk Fan Club. That's just how I feel like it is. Then, after that series, we had Brookdale Esports, a college team, versus Empire Scathia. Now, the word on the street is Scathia is in FACEIT Expert League or Masters League. In my opinion, I think it should be a walk in a park for Scythia because they have gotten to the top before OWCS. I believe that is. So Brookdale Esports, I don't think they have much of a chance in my opinion. What do you think?
No, but you never know with this online tournaments, because some people can have an off day. Like you never know. So I think that Brookdale Esports will take this one.
Wait. I just got some news just in.
Oh,
Brookdale Esports is no longer competing. They have withdrawn from the tournament last moment.
oh my lord,
So, I
that
guess
is.
I believe it will be a 2-0 hard sweep full hold. But that's just me.
Looks like it is. Can't really I mean, as Empire Scythia, I don't think you complain about that at all. You get a guaranteed win. Sounds pretty sweet to me.
Same here. No need for all the hassle. Then, at 7 p.m., we have the Sand Raiders versus Smooth Brains. I don't know. I've
Here
looked
I'm
at.
very confused because these are two teams that I've never heard of before, but there always is in one tournament a dark horse. So I feel like it's either gonna be these two teams.
Yeah. Well, Sam Raiders, I recognize some people from their roster, but also I saw some people like Diz Hazard. Like, some people I recognize and others I don't. It's going to be a very, very interesting series, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, this one might surprise people either by a shown dominance by team or how close it is.
Smooth Brains, I don't think I know much about that team personally. Like, they are
Hmm.
very responsive, but I don't know anything about them. So that will be very interesting, to say at the least.
I don't know. I, d- I, I don't know. I feel Smooth Brains will take it though, but I also think this will be a very close match. We're
Hmm.
talking like last point here. Like a last point upset or a C9 maybe? C9 would be very exciting on first day.
Oh, a Charlie Niner to end the series. I like it. But I think Smooth Brains has this 2-1, but one of them, I'd say the first map would be really close. You
Yeah,
know,
I
I'm
can see
going
it.
that Cars's prediction going to be right. We all know it.
I mean, it's not a curse as they say.
That's what they do say. Then at 8:30 p.m., we have EMC Professional versus Sonora.
Hmm.
I will really like that actually, because us three casters, we have previous experience with the Sonora players. We
We
have known them
do.
for quite a long time.
But that doesn't mean I will root for them. I think EMC Professional will take this map in a clean sweep, and Sonora will fight it all the way up in the lower bracket.
Oh, really? You do?
I can see it. The
I
vision is
feel,
clear.
hmm, I feel as if that it's going to be a bit of a stomp at first, until like round two or three, maybe total for all of these teams, because like some teams you can tell definitely are better than the others just by knowledge, but others, I don't know. I think it's going to just be seeing how well they perform on the daily.
This will be a very I think this will be a very competent tournament. I don't really see a bad team necessarily. I think all the games will be close here, and it will be quite a few upsets. It's going to be a really exciting tournament, I feel like.
Yeah, I agree with that. But yeah, for the Sonora MC professional game, I'm gonna have to say 2-1 to Sonora. That's
That's
what
not
I
a
am
bad
putting
guess.
it on. What about you, Chroma?
Hmm, I don't know how close it will be. I don't can see yet, but I feel um, it's really. I think both teams will get one map, and then I don't know about after that.
Hmm. Well, I guess we will have to wait and see.
Well, we are back. I don't know how
Right.
to feel about this matchup. How about you?
Yeah, I mean, I know a few things about Nisbeck Fan Club. I've seen a couple of their players before. I'm not. They're not a completely unknown team to me. I don't know all of their players, but I know a couple. Lego Piece is questionably the dark horse for me here. I'm not entirely sure about any of the players really, but I think that that makes it more interesting. You never know what's going to happen in the game, right?
Exactly. I don't know. This matchup feels to me that it's gonna be a very like l- deep playoff run. I feel like the person who wins this will go far into the tournament. That's how I see it, at least.
Yeah, I mean, from my personal look of the bracket, I have good confidence Sekthika will be meeting them in their next matchup, so I think they've got a tough matchup next after this one already, so I mean, we'll have to see how well they do. They could do absolutely amazing, and they could struggle, so we'll have to see. Yeah.
Oh no. But today's matches are gonna be interesting because they are gonna pan out and show which team is the big boss and who's the ones to beat. So today
Yeah,
is
and
gonna be very exciting, I feel.
yeah, and I mean, with the new season just so close, the meta's not quite shaped up, so you never really know, especially like with recent OWCS records, the Nightmare versus was it Crazy Raccoons matchup was
That was
quite a tell, you
it
know.
was
The meta's anywhere.
electrifying to sit there and watch.
I mean,
It felt
electrifying's a way to put it.
I don't it feels very reminiscent, you know? I feel we're gonna have another nightmare situation in this tournament. I don't know which team that will be, but someone will upset someone. That's what I know.
Yeah, I mean, you never know what they pull out. The Junkrat pick could just be the decider. Teams might not be ready for it, you know. A lot of the teams practice very specific comps in their scrims. They go against like regular structured enemy teams that kind of know their comp. But I mean, when you're against a Junkrat, that can go absolutely anywhere. It's a
Yeah.
bit difficult to like respond to these random teams that you've never really played before, right?
Yeah. Like this like no one knows the meta right now, and that makes it really weird. So teams have made their own compositions of what they need to do and what they need to fulfill as their individual roles. So we might see some very, very weird picks. Who knows? We might even see Lifeweaver in this tournament, guys.
Oh, I'm looking
Wow!
forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. Give me that life for pocket pick. Give me that big pull into the backline. You know what I'm saying? Get some big plays going.
Get those trolling activities ready, because
It's not
this
a troll if you
might.
win.
You got me there. That's how the Reddit Lucio came to be. If you win, you ain't trolling.
Well, ain't
But
that right?
I don't know, especially since the last tournament, or what should I say, the Champions Clash from the Champion Series. I feel like it showed us who's gonna be a really strong team in a different sense, or in the pro player world, I should say. For example,
Yeah,
Nightmare might be a dark horse to make it to a finals in the next big major.
yeah. I mean, everyone was always like saying they were very against Nightmare in those games. They were always saying, "Oh yeah, the Crazy Raccoons, Team Falcons lost two teams," and it was very like one-sided against Nightmare. So to see that like big shake-up, that big change, I mean, it could happen here. You never know. It could cause a big flip around of what we're expecting.
I feel like it's gonna be the next major we see in pro play is gonna be a very weird one. I feel it's gonna be a very questionable, maybe at that, because
Oh,
you
I'm looking
never
forward to
know
it.
who. Maybe Team Falcons or Crazy Raccoon, if they even make it to the major, who knows? They might not even make it. But I feel there will be big upsets, and maybe we see a Korean team in the lower bracket. That'd be very exciting. Just
I
like
mean,
how this next
we
match
saw
is
one
gonna be
already.
exciting.
Exactly right. You never know. Like we could see one of these teams that like we've said that some of us have preferred and have a bit of a more uh opinion towards winning might just end up going lower bracket like really early. I mean, again, you never know. Things change so quickly, especially with the meta in such a shake. But could be a Pharaoh Mercy pick for all we know.
Ooh. But with today's or this weekend's tournament, will we see a lower bracket run? Because I think those will be the heroes of this tournament. The people who really struggle in their first match and then picked it up late in the second match, and then makes it all the way to, I don't know, the lower finals, maybe even the grand finals, those would be the people's heroes.
For sure, I'll be reading them the whole way. I think I'll be looking forward to some dark horses in this bracket because again, I know a couple of the teams, but there's a lot of teams that I've never even seen before. So
Yeah.
especially with the meta in such a shake, I'm looking forward to the bans as well because you never know what people are struggling against. There might be a Torbjorn ban if the team is looking to play a Hazard, for example, or if they're looking to play Roadhog, there might be a Zen ban because you never really know. They could just pull out the Roadhog. They could pull out like a Lijiang Roadhog Junkrat, or they could pull out a Ramatra May comp. It's definitely something that I'm going in a little bit blind in here because again, don't know the team, so I don't know what they're preferring to play.
Now, I have a question towards you, Bess. What do you think the bans are going to be this match? Because I feel it's going to be a very, like, one team is definitely going to have weird bans, but they're probably going to have a big impact on the game. What do you think?
Right, so with Control, Lijiang, I've seen Junkrat be completely viable, so I wouldn't be surprised if a team goes Lijiang and bans a Junkrat just in case. Busan, it's an interesting map as well. There might be a Mei ban, you know, because some teams really struggle with the Mei on that map. The White Room in Control Center is really difficult to control against a Mei comp and those Brawlier comps. We might even see a Juno or a Lucio ban, because I've seen that quite a few times on these teams that like to shake things up. What do you think?
I feel that Lego piece today is gonna have very weird bans. They're not gonna be very, how should I say, important for their team, but for the enemy team, I think, or in this book, I should say, it's gonna be really impactful because they're gonna change up the game. There's gonna be an off pick, I should say.
Yeah, for sure. You never know. I wouldn't be surprised. I think my personal bets, we're gonna see a Lijiang, a Busan, or maybe an Ilios. And if we're going at Ilios, I would not be surprised to see a Brig ban either, because there's a lot of teams that can prefer that Ana Brig on a couple of subtypes of Ilios, and there's some teams that really don't like to deal with that. So
Well, this is very interesting. We are going to Nepal, and the two hero bands are Ash and Lucio. Now, this might be very interesting.
there's the Lucio ban. I called it. Some teams just really don't like dealing with that Lucio. They're not quite the Lucio team. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Juno matchups here.
I feel we're gonna see a pole comp on this map. I feel it's gonna be a very, very slow start for both teams. I don't know who will take the biggest jump in points, I should say.
Yeah, I mean, with a Lucio ban on Nepal very like notoriously a Lucio Juno map on a couple of the subtypes. But I've also seen back a few seasons, last season I believe, there was a Winston Ilari comp, and here we go, Hazard Lucio is interesting.
Okay. What? I'm so confused now. Isn't Lucio banned?
Oh, there's the swap off.
There it is. So
There it
both
is.
teams will still have speed boost. I think
Yeah,
that's gonna
there's
be
the
the
Juno,
key
right?
factor in this match, especially this map, I should say. Who can
Yeah,
use
the Juno Brick
speed
Mirror.
boost?
Yeah, Juno Brick Mirror, very long fights here. If we see any quick fights, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the team that lives the longest is going to live here.
Yeah. And interesting, the Lego pieces walking up to Elephant over here.
Yeah, trying to get this early elephant control. The Orisa from Wham's Orisa is going to be taking that close angle. They're going to be struggling to force that out. Get a good javelin spin up here. The Cass is going to be one health. The Cass goes down. They're going to walk on the Cass. That's a good walk. I mean, the Ram's going to get punished for staying up so far forward here. I think they're just going to have to back out. And then the Brig goes down on the kite. And then right afterwards, it's just clean up Central. Right? That was a quick fight.
That was a really great engage from Wham on the Orisa there. Really, like, jumps in with the speed boost, so just insta-kill.
Oh, and the Cass gets caught again.
He staggers himself. That's gonna
Crazy,
be real
right
crucial for
after.
this
And the
book.
Zarya swap right afterwards. I'm not surprised, to be honest. I'm not surprised. Zarya good into the Orisa, the spin, you know. We got the Genji versus Genji matchup here. Dash the effect comes off on both sides.
Zarya walks through.
This big fight.
Bubble
comes
bubble
down.
early. We might see an
Maybe this is
early
a
engage from this
bait
book.
play. Oh, the Brig goes down, walks out, not ready for the Genji on the high ground. The bubble comes out on the Juno. the glide comes out again. It might be another cleanup. That goes down the Genji, goes down the Juno, the Sojourn on the cleanup, the Zarya on the cleanup, and it's another really quick fight there.
And it looks like Lego Piece can't like piece it together and walk out as one single unit as they has to do. And Misbook's just really quick to engage on when they see early rotates from someone or even the entire team almost. Just eliminates them very, very quick.
Yeah, I mean, the Tracer swap out here, I wonder if that's because the Tracer isn't really feeling the matchup against the Genji, because it seems to be a bit of a tough one there. The Genji's got really good positioning here, but it's going to allow them... Wham's going to walk straight up here, quite ambitious, but they've got an ultimate on the table, they've got an overclock. I wonder if we'll see some kind of ultimate forced out of here from this really early push. They're going to kite back out safely though, so...
This
And
nothing too bad
the
happens.
OC comes out. The turrets are
OC's out, the pull kills the Juno, the pull kills two. That's two ultimates though. That was a really clean fight, but that's two ultimates. But it's 80% though. 80%, I don't even know if they're going to get a touch here. Oh, they'll get a touch there on the Tracer, but they might just be playing to stop it. They're holding forward though.
Yeah, though. Oh, this might be a very tricky touch for Jazz, the Tracer player here. I don't know how we do this.
Even with the touch, they've got Beam, they've got Blade, they've got Rally. What are they going to do when they get the touch? And it's 97%. The Brick's getting the chase. The Lament gets the pick on the Sojourn. The Doom gets the touch though. Trying to get that punch out. The Rally's popped out. The Blades come out.
The Blade come out as early.
Beam comes out as well. I think it's just going to be a clean fight here. Doom is trying to live as long as they can. Lego Piece's Juno also trying to live. Doom, I don't know. Yeah, they go down. Match you dead. It's just clean up Central again. It's 3 ults. What are you going to do?
I don't know. I feel Lego Piece didn't really pick it together and hook those slow fights and rotated when they shouldn't have to. Necessarily. They didn't poke enough, I feel.
Yeah, I mean, on these rotates as well, like, you can go for those rotates, but what are they even going to do on that left side when they're just going to get caught on those rotates? The Genji on that really strong position right above them. They're just kind of catching every rotate there. They're not really sure how to deal with this Orisa, I feel.
I will say Nisbuk played this almost perfectly.
Yeah,
it was a
Nisbuk
really well played. They all played the correct positions. You could almost tell by their gameplay that they talked a lot with each other. And wow, very interesting. Lego Piece run on the Reinhardt Sim, maybe? This
Sim might just be for TP. I wonder if we'll see some swap here, but they might stay Sim.
The far comes out.
They
stay
do.
Sim.
They stay
They're gonna fight for
Sim.
point pressure here. They TP again.
TP comes out.
Yeah,
Life Weaver for Nisbuk fan club as well. Interesting pick.
Wow.
I wonder if they feel like the brick isn't getting walked on as much here, so they've gone to sitting under on coast here. Pharaoh trying to get some angles on the right side. They're just getting poked out. They're not even turning around. Sojourn goes down. The Juno's gonna go down. TP came out. It's not gonna matter though. Goes down the brig. Ryan is just left alone, and it's just a firing range for this Pharaoh right now. There.
I mean, the Reinhardt is gonna struggle here very severely. Playing into Soj, Orisa, Farah, he's gonna have an awful time at this one. The Echo Swap comes out from the Sim instead. Hold up.
Yeah, I think the Echo, they're a bit scared of this Pharaoh, I wonder. I wonder if they're just trying to find something to deal with that. They've got the Diva as well. I think that this Pharaoh pick has definitely been a deciding factor for this comp change here. I'm not sure the Ryan was going to work here, but we'll see if they can make the Diva work. Echo on the right side, we've got good angles here. Gonna get hard marked by the Sojourn, and the Life Weaver gets the finish. Diva's gonna come up behind the Orisa on Wham. But they're gonna get the Diva D-Meg. Rick gets whipped off high, they're gonna finish the Diva as well. No stagger there, unfortunately, but they're gonna keep walking, they want more, they're hungry.
They swap for Echo to...
Oh my god, the Hanzo gets a double kill with the Storm Arrow!
What the fuck? Ay.
And swap back onto the Tracer. That's really good for Lego Piece. That's really good. They overextended and they got hard punished for it. I wonder if Lego Piece are going to be able to take the space that they need. Wham and the Orisa now isolated.
This is their
getting
time to
forced
take point
out.
and then get set up early so they can actually take another hit with the Diva Tracer died maybe. But looks
Yeah,
like
they were really struggling
the
with
Horse
positions,
gets the
but now it's their
touch.
chance at least.
they have... Nisbuk has Barrage.
Before the flip, it's like 99%. We've got Barrage out. Will they make a play? Going on to the brig. The brig goes down. And Wolf is. Juno almost down. Gonna live, get the Mega. The trade comes out with the Pharah though, by the Diva. The Med's gonna get the Tracer. And the Juno trade comes out. It's just Trade Central right now. I think it's just Wham left alive and Lamet, I believe. Wham's gonna get the trade and the ult comes out. Are they gonna get any more though?
The OC as well.
point is in the favor of Lego Piece right now. And the D-Meg comes
D-Meg.
out, but it's going to be a bomb. The Trace on high ground, it seems like they might be able to win this if they just don't keep getting traded. The Juno gets swung wide on. Beck's gonna get walked on, but the Life Weaver's gonna get traded out here, I think. Out comes the tree.
Comes out.
Pulse
And
comes
the
out.
pulse. The pulse
So
misses out.
close. But it's still point in favor of Lego Piece. Match is gonna get the Zarya, but Lebet's gonna get the trade onto Jazzy with the Sojin trade. They're just still stalling point though. This point stall has been going on for 30%. And there goes the flip, and they're gonna get out.
Wow.
That was really, really close though. I wonder if Lego Piece
That was
could have won that,
arguably the longest fight in tournament history. Holy.
He's gonna touch though. Greg's looking for the touch. Juno's gonna try and cover it, but the Sojin's just gonna destroy that Juno swing.
It's just.
Oh, that
peak
was close though.
Overwatch.
That was very close though.
The really long fight from Lego Piece. I don't know how to feel about that one. Lego Piece.
Yeah, I
didn't
mean, that
look
was
as
a good
as
fight,
I
though.
thought.
Right,
They're
but I
coming
think
out really
they're
sloppy.
yeah, it's definitely difficult to adapt to that pace of the Orisa Juno comp, where they're just gonna hard run it down, and that Orisa's really hard to kill. So I wonder if Lego Piece next map on their pick are gonna find a way to just force wham off of that Orisa. I wonder if they're gonna do anything about that. Last map though, obviously, the Sojin was also quite the struggle of Lamet. So I wonder if we're gonna see a Orisa or a Sojin ban here for the next fight.
This is gonna be very interesting, especially ban wise, but you can't put it all on the bans. The map pick is very important as well.
Yeah,
So
of course, because I mean, you could pick a map that Orisa just isn't even playable, and you don't need to ban them, or pick a counter Sojin map, or they might even just pick their comfort comp. They might pick a map that they're really comfortable on to try and like regain their momentum.
whatever they choose, it will be very interesting. I don't know how it's gonna evolve, I should say. Do they take it to the dive mirror maybe? Do they just go clean poke? The maps here are very diverse, which makes it for very interesting Overwatch, I feel like.
Right. Got a hybrid map pick coming up. King's Row is a good Orisa map though, but it is difficult to find the right adjustment that you need to play that Orisa on that King's Row. Midtown, another good Orisa map. I'd be surprised if we see Midtown here though. I wouldn't be
Maybe we'll
surprised if we
see
see
an
an Icon or a
Icon
Blizzard
Vault.
World. Yeah, 100%.
I think the Icon Vault is probably gonna be the map pick of the day, because the Riz is quite hard to run there, but on defense it's really strong because you can just sit on those high grounds and just be unkillable. But on
Yeah,
attack,
I mean,
it's a different handle.
right, obviously, it's going to be interesting what Lego Piece pick here. I think they'll have to find something to make it work here. But I mean, I've got faith. You never
Yeah.
know, things can change.
It ain't over yet.
It ain't over.
It might just, who knows, map 1 might have just been a fluke. It might just be
Right, I mean,
a big fluke from Lego Piece. Maybe they could have underestimated their opponents, rather on a troll comp or where they really didn't try as hard.
right, I mean, they might have been trying to force a comp they're not too confident either. Well, you never know, though. I don't know about that last point, though. What do you think about that last almost recovered that fight? That was very close.
The last point, or technically the last fight? 'Cause
Yeah,
the
last
fight
point at that
lasted
last.
so long.
Yeah, I mean, that really long fight. I wonder if there's a way that Lego Piece could have managed to make that work. They got a lot of trades out though from Nisbek Fan Club.
Yeah, I think the trade was the key, or the Hanzo play, I should say, was the key to open up the space for the map so they can get a retake.
Yeah, that Hanzo double kill was incredible. That was really good. It made them get that retouch.
Yeah. When I saw the Hanzo swap, I thought, what are they doing? But I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe.
cooking something, and they made it work.
Yeah.
They swapped back off. I wonder if staying on it was interesting.
I don't know. I think if they stayed Hanzo, they might have done something. But I also think the Tracer swap that they did after the 2 kills wasn't a bad swap at all.
No, of course, let them keep on cycling those touches on point. And even though
Yeah.
Nisbek started off with a really strong opening pick, they still managed to just about recover the fight.
Yeah.
I wonder though if Lego Piece managed to keep getting those trades if they would have won that fight. But I mean,
Mm,
Nisbek really good on those trades.
I mean, I don't know. The Lego piece didn't really have any ults to use there, and Nisbek did end up having two, and another another one, meaning the Juno ult coming up. So I don't know. Since the Juno did fall mid fight and then early in the last part, I don't know. I think an unrivaled Juno ult would have been the key to the fight either way. Even if some picks would have fallen for the Nisbek fan club.
Yeah, 100%. I think those early picks really, really hurt Lego Piece a lot there with their old trades, old economy.
Yeah. Well, next map is gonna be close either way. I can tell. I can tell.
Got that feeling in your bones.
Yeah, you know when you get that feeling and it's just you become like a wizard almost. You can just like feel it in your bones. I don't know how to describe it all.
like casting spells that Lego Piece will win the next map. man.
Exactly. um, but it's gonna be exciting either way. Whatever happens.
Yeah, just waiting on their next map here. Definitely though, I think Lego Piece were managing to slowly figure out the pace of Nisbek fan club there. I wonder if they're going to be able to do that quick enough for the next map though. It's definitely going to be the question of this map. It's whether or not Lego Piece are going to find the key, the solution that they need to deal with Nisbek's, I mean, very strong Sojourn and very strong Orisa right now. But the backline isn't to ignore either. The backline has been living a lot. They haven't been getting those trades as easily. I mean, that Life Reaver pick, even if it's not standard, it worked. That tree was really powerful for winning that fight.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't. Hmm. Either the key is either that they rival on Netflix's pace and how quickly they engage and similar stuff, or it's that they even go faster or maybe slower and try to force Nisbek onto their pace so they can play by their comfort. It's gonna be it's really difficult to tell how it's going to go.
Yeah, I mean, it's especially hard to say now, but we'll have to see who's going to be able to adapt to the pace, who's going to be able to control the pace. I feel like Nisbek started really strong there with their Orisa. And Circuit Royale.
Circuit, the Sen and Sojourn ban. So what? We're gonna see an Ilari Sig comp maybe?
I wouldn't
Maybe
be
even not a
surprised if I
Sig
see a
comp.
Sig. I think they might stay on the Orisa though for Nisbek fan club, but the Soldier definitely a problem for Lego Piece. So I think it's a very reasonable ban there. I think Lamet going to be forced onto maybe a less comfortable hero for them.
Maybe Lego Piece saw the big kills from the Hanzo earlier and thought it's probably smart to play Circuit where you can play double sniper.
Yeah, I mean we'll see. I think Lego Piece might be able to find the solution here.
Ready for battle.
Whoa,
Freya
very
Widow.
interesting. Ilari Freya Widow with the Sig. For
Doom
defense,
Farah Freya for Nisbek fan club though. Ah, we swapped into the Widow. Alright.
this is
That's unfortunate. I was looking for the Freya matchup. I wonder though if we end up seeing a Freya Widow mirror match.
that'd be very exciting to watch. And Chaos, which is the most
but you're seeing-
important.
Nisbek on a very non-standard circuit comp though. The Doom, not too easy on this map. It's difficult to close that gap without part of your combo. Your slam is like a lot of your damage, and it is difficult to actually land that against this backline, especially against a Bapilari. Even if you hit that slam, even if you hit that punch, and you get a charge punch, it's gonna be really difficult to deal with that lamp. So we'll have to see if Lego Piece might have found a comp to slow the pace here. It's on a map to do it, then this is the place.
This
But
is
the
gonna be
Genji
a
swap
very-
though.
This map, or this first attack I should say, is going to be very telling on what's going to come on defense, I feel. How are people going to play?
Yeah, Genji's going in, got the dash already out though, and that's a lot of space made for Nisbek fan club from that one play from the Genji.
The Widow is low.
Oh, and the
falls
Widow goes down to the
early.
Genji slashes. Doom's gonna go in with the punch onto the Bab. Try and get the charge punch, not quite. It's gonna turn on the Sigma. Sigma out of position a bit. The lamp's a bit late. Backline
play.
from Lego Piece. They're gonna try and get out and live, but like this is a really fast comp. I don't know if you're gonna be able to get out. And during all of this, that was such a quick fight, and it was such a forward fight that they had cap pressure this entire time. They might already be capping. I don't even know if Lego Piece can get a touch here.
Such dominance shown early. They just push Lego piece off the space and just take it without even fighting back. The Roadhog swap.
The
Very
Roadhog swap
interesting.
good into that Doom. Good into those rush comps. But it's gonna be difficult because they could just go past the Roadhog. Once that hook's out, there's nothing that's stopping them from just walking past. Roadhog's gonna try and swing right here for a hook. Doom's gonna go in onto the map. Lamid's gonna get a pick on that engage though. They swing wide on it. Car pressure still this whole time. The slam in, a lot of space made here, but the Hog's still on that angle. Wham could be in trouble here. Gonna go on the Baptiste.
The hook.
A hook onto the limit and this gets the kill and it gets the finish. This Hog's just gonna live forever on this angle. I wonder if they can get another hook. They're looking, they're fishing. And the car pressure isn't even that far here, so this is really good for Lego Piece if they can win this fight. The Doom's gonna get the charge punch and the ultimate. They live long enough.
The
Nisbuk's get a really good disengage here though.
Nisbuk does have Fury. Oh, the Fury ult comes out and they also have the Freya ult. And the pulse again. The Dragon Blade.
Yeah, the Blade Kitsu's so quick of a combo, it just completely cleans up Lego Piece, and they needed a quick, clean fight here. Just the Roadhog left behind now, and that was a quick fight again.
I mean,
He's a quick ult as well.
As I said earlier, it's such a dominant performance shown by Nisbuk. Is they the top dogs in this tournament? Who knows?
Yeah, possibly. We'll have to see the other teams, but this is looking really strong from Nisbuk right now. I've got a lot of pressure. Even on circuit, a non-standard rush comp of the Doom, of the Lucio, of the Kiri, but they're making so much space off of this pace. Genji, without a dash though, might die to the hook. The hook comes out and it goes land on Drown from Machu.
It's peak!
It's peak! The Doom's gonna keep coming in though. I don't know if this is gonna be safe. Might get hooked back, pull, and down goes the Doom as well. See this Hog really punishing the overextends from Nisbuk fan club right now. When they go too far and they've still got this Hog hook, what are you gonna do when you just get pulled back trying to kite back? And they're gonna re-establish their control of the map again. This Lucio versus Tracer duel. This is gonna try and get out, but I don't know if they're gonna live. The boot comes out! And it gets the Baptiste!
Oh no!
Hunting this Lucio down though, but the Lucio does not care. Lucio's feeling confident after that, but the Hog ult comes out and it kills the Freya.
Wow.
Hook comes out again and it's gonna punish Drown. Oh, bam.
It doesn't even matter that the Baptiste falls early, because the rest of the team say, hey, you can underperform, but we'll carry you on our back. Flash huge. They still have window, they have the L'Oreal, and they have Pulse Bomb. Pulse Bomb gets used, and the
on the Ana. Very clean Pulse Bomb here. They're gonna hop forward here. And again, it's gonna be difficult to get past this Hog. Earlier they were really finding it kind of easy to just slam past, to dash past, to get these angles. But on this point right now, there's only one other place you can go. The Doom Punch is gonna come out. They're gonna try and go past the Hog. The Hog is completely cut out from their backline. And this is how you do it. If there's one way to force that Hog out, that's exactly how you do it. You run past them, you get those angles, you force the supports off, and that was really good.
I mean, just beautifully played by Nisbuk. Nothing really to complain about. The Doom ult comes out. Gets no one though, unfortunately, and as that is that terrible ultimate. He punches out, he uses the punch. Oh,
I stayed in too long. I think it's getting a bit overheated, but the Lucio has just AFK'd on main.
He beat it?
The beat comes out is late. That's beat and Doom ult, and they've barely even got any car pressure off of that.
That was just a misplay, a huge misplay of that. Doofus falls early instead of getting the beat. They do have the Dragon Blade, Nano Blade coming up. Might this be the key to open it up? Oh, they used it. He gets one. Gets two.
He gets two. The window's gonna come out to try and stabilize it. The Sun kills the Ana in trade, but they're gonna get the bat back in response. The Hog, I mean, just living on point, trying to give them that car pressure. Almost tried to get the hook off of the trade. It's not gonna be enough. The Tracer gets the Ashe trade though. That's a 3-for-2 trade. There's still a chance for this touch though. The Tracer's gonna come for the touch.
Comes in.
The Freya ult comes out as well.
Misses entirely.
Looking for the Genji here. He's gonna get the trade, but again, they just keep trading. Another trade. This is looking really good for Lego Piece though. They just need to deal with this Doomfist. The Ashe ult comes out though on backpoint though. It's gonna be difficult. Tracer's going on the backline with a pulse, almost gets it. And the Bob on a really good spot here, just forcing them off a point they can't touch. But the Tracer's gonna get the Ana anyways. The Bob comes back down.
Another Doom ult. Still on the
Another one.
Oh, and now it's just a Freya left. I don't know what she can do right here.
Tracer goes down, the Freya goes down, and they just about
So
get it.
unfortunate.
That was
I mean,
close though. That Bob was really
beautifully
good
played.
though. That Bob was really good. They were still getting their trades despite having the ult disadvantage, you know?
They picked it up on Lego Piece picked it up on the defense at third point, which is really awesome to see. It wasn't really a pushover on attack, I should say, but that fast of a comp. And then Nisbuk ran.
Yeah, I mean they were finding a lot of ways to make that map control work. Getting past them quickly, getting those angles quickly. And Lego Piece just couldn't quite shut them down. But the Roadhog, good swap there. Getting a lot of punishes on their
Great swap.
overextends.
The Roadhog was unironically the key. It gets flamed for being a bad character, but it is. Oh my lord.
We have a Rhine Bastion Juno
Zim.
with
Okay.
a Simbab.
Versus a Roadhog, a Brig on the backline, and then a Hanzo Tracer. I'm stunned. This is exactly like what I wanted to see. Off meta comps. Or off thoughtful meta comp, I should say. Because no one thinks of running this in pro play. Are they going for the spawn hold?
They might just be. I think they're going to try and bait them in, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see a TP onto high ground shortly. Here it goes. Is the Hanzo going to scout it though? Hanzo has Sonic.
Well, this might be a
do they
low
not know?
spawn hold.
Do they not know?
Okay, no. Well, the Genji gets early push. That's really good. The hook misses.
Hook comes out. There's nothing that's going to punish their drop now. No hook. They're going to drop. It's going to be a swing into the Ana. It's going to get the Ana and the Brigitte. They go straight back to point to try and mark, and this might be a very strong spawn hold. That was a good start. They weren't ready for it at all. And I'm very surprised. But, I mean,
Just impressive, really.
yeah, the spawn hold's been a lot weaker on this map, though. It's a lot harder to spawn hold with that extra door on top. But they might be able to make it work. The Pharah pick to try and force him off of high,
That's what the stupid is.
but they're going to drop anyways.
Hard rush by the entire Nisbuk family. Oh my lord.
Yeah, they say
still
that you're going to try and
surviving,
force us off, but we're going to force ourselves off. They're going to try and drop on the Hog. The Hog's going to lift, though, on this engage. And now it is just a spam versus spam. Nisbuk is going to try and stabilize to get another push again. They realized that they were going to get forced out if they kept staying on the high, so they've got to change position into the room now, into the mini room. And they TP behind them. The Bastion form comes out and they're going to kill the Bastion. The Baptiste is going to kill the Genji. Is the Ana just left in an island on her own now? And the Hog, and it's just a Hog versus the world right now. Yeah, I mean, that was good adaptation to the fact that they were going to get spammed up by the Pharah, but they're going to go straight back up anyways.
That was great. I mean, they are coming up on that Bastion ult, and they have window. And they're getting closer. They're gonna have every single ult on their team. I mean, they can hold this spawn technically forever, even if they lose a few players.
Yeah, I mean, this Pharah spam, they get the TP behind them again, and it's almost going to get the Pharah. But the Pharah's got nowhere to go. I don't think the Pharah can lift his. There, they're on the go. Where are you going to go? You're stuck in a room. The window comes out as well, just to hard punish that. I mean, window's just a cooldown at this point.
Yeah.
TP gets broken. They can't drop for a little bit, but I think they're going to drop anyway.
But the Genji's walking up top and
The Shadow comes out, but he's going to get knocked into the low ground to safety. The Bastion ult comes out, going to try and stabilize them. The Pharah ult comes out, but the back gets the trade anyways. Doesn't quite have the perks, they're not going to live. The Ana gets the trade back. The Hog ult comes out, the Symbol in response. They've got Genji Blade. They might be looking for it here. Here comes out the blade. It's a Nano Blade as well, and it gets pinned. And they all take the TP other than the Rhine's not down. The Rhine's split, they're going to keep chasing this. The Sim goes down, it's just Bastion turret. And the Genji gets overheated, the Genji goes too far. But I don't think it's going to matter. I think they're going to be able to get some really good car pressure off of this. And taking these forward points, I mean, Nisbuk just got punished for being a bit too far forward.
Yeah, I think Nisbuk tried to keep the spawn hold going, even though they were down a few players. And used hella cooldowns. It was just bad played late fight. I think that's the late piece has to do is just make the fight last so long.
Yeah, I mean, they tried to get out, they weren't quick enough, but here comes a Juno beam, they're going to keep walking with it. Ana, main target, Ana's going to drop. The Juno just chasing that, the Juno wants that so bad. It's just the Hog again. They've just been splitting their backline. Very clearly, this big fan club know what they need to be doing when they're on these faster comps on arguably a substandard faster cop map. Usually this is a very slower map, but they're doing really well to split the backline from the hog, and they're doing really well to make sure that they don't get traded out when they do these splits and they take these angles. The Venture swap though, I saw that earlier. I think that's an interesting choice. I think they might be trying to match fast pace with fast pace here. The dig comes out. Lamp, no lamp though for Nisbek Fan Club, but the window comes out as well. If Legopiece can lift this lamp, they get the nade onto the Limit and they kill Limit. The Hog's gonna walk behind them. The Hog's giving them a taste of their own medicine. Their backline is now split. The pin comes out, but I don't think it's gonna matter. The beam comes out in response. I think they're gonna be able to get the point here on this overtime. Out comes the Tectonic Shock as well. The Sim Wall in response. I think they might be able to win this though. The Bastion comes out, it's gonna get the kill. The Nano Hog is pinned off of point. But they're gonna get the point anyways. The Hog comes out. Now that's a lot of ults though. I mean that was good for both teams. But wait, it's not over yet. The Lamp comes out yet. The trades have been good. The Venture's got Dig to try and live. Just about lives.
The first
Far is back soon though. Can the Venture live long enough? The Venture can't live long enough, but this is the touch. And no, not quite.
Wow. Just wow. Such
I
interesting
thought
compositions.
Legopiece had that for a second there, but the pin on the Hog to get them off of points so that they couldn't put their pressure on the whole Hog, that was like half of that nano.
I mean, just too late usage of the ultimate in that last fight on first point by Legopiece. If they used Nano and Whole Hog early, and the Barrage as well, they might have won it. But instead
Yeah, I mean,
they
the
just
beam
hold
came
it for
out
way
there.
too long.
Yeah, the beam was a good beam, and the Hog managed to get far enough forwards to split the backline, but it just didn't matter.
Ay. It's just unfortunate, really. Great job by Legopiece. I think they put up a really good fight. Especially with the off-meta comps as they used. No real strategy behind it, just comfort picks, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's not often that you get these comps on Circuit Royale, so I mean, Legopiece did try their best on that defense, especially on that third point. They managed to find a solution to slow the pace down, but that wasn't quite enough. It was close though.
Really close.
Wow. What a series, if I do say so myself. Like, the spawn hold for lasting over 2 minutes on the defense for Nipsuk Fan Club. Like, that is wild. Do you want to try and get a minute there? But getting 2 minutes for that, you just get way too much value out of it.
Just impressive, really. I don't know if
Yeah,
you can
I
do
mean-
much of anything.
Yeah, I mean, the spawn holds aren't usually integral to a defense. It's not usually something you expect to last a while, but they managed to keep getting those trades every time. They were getting a lot of good cooldown trades. They were getting a lot of good trades even when they were on those positions that were like really tough. When they had the Pharah on the angle, they had the Genji on the angle, they had the Hog on the angle, and they were still managing to get those good TPs onto the backline, to get those good cooldown trades, and to just generally outmaneuver Legopiece, even on those arguably slower comp of the Rhine.
Like, you can
Amazing.
just so easily see the engages, the disengages from Nisbook Fan Club. Just, they're way cleaner compared to Lego Piece. But Lego Piece put up such a good fight as well at the same time.
I mean, I'll say it. I think Legopiece played very unconventional and not very organized, and Nisbuk looks like they're playing as a single unit. I mean, if you go back and watch the replay, Legopiece did almost only win the ult heavy fights, or the fights that lasted really long, and Nisbuk won every single other one where they played off of teamwork and individual mechanics. I mean, it was really impressive.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Lego Piece, they look as if they hadn't practiced their composition whatsoever. I guess the Roadhog is just such an unstable pick. It looked like it was to get rid of the Doom, but on attack for them, keeping the Roadhog may not have been the play, in my opinion. Just because of how long the sightlines for the map are and how quick they are going. They're just able to walk right onto him. and get the free kill.
Yeah, I mean, if there's a way that you're gonna make rush work on Circuit Royale, it's exactly as Nisbek made it work. It's to
Yeah.
take those angles and to just completely irrelevate the Hog's backline. I'm not even sure that's a word, but I'm making it up now. Yeah, they just managed to be so quick on those rotates and just keep catching Lego Piece off guard.
I think we'll see more of Nisbuk's unconventional but effective compositions this tournament. I feel like they're gonna be a really, really powerful and strong team that's gonna be able to show what teamwork and hard work ethic is gonna take you far.
Yeah, I
But
mean, that was a very, very strong performance from Nisbek. I'm looking forward to see how they do, especially against Sithika and the next matchup, because I feel like that's going to be a tough matchup.
I feel like we're gonna see an extremely close game next matchup. Which either team comes out between. No, it's guaranteed Civica. I forgot. Brookdale Esports did what's it called? They gave up their spot, so Civica is guaranteed going through. So it is next map is gonna be Nisbuk versus Civica. Wow.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to it.
The Battle of the Titans, as they say. Maybe, just maybe, the semi-finals will be where the rest of the teams will start to struggle heavily.
I mean, just impressive.
Yeah,
It's Marcelli and this bitch Hope.
She took the losses, pulled from the sand, rose above the station and brought to command. Her fears and in the outback, she fought through her pain. Hunched the barrel on the and wrecked him like a train. This is the legend of the dugout queen. Watch your back, she's a hurt machine. Fought the world since 17. She let it down with kerosene. She went on a journey to break the curse of the five metal demons of the betting land. They thought they were bad, found out she was worse. She left them to rust beneath the stairs. This is the legend of the dugout queen. Watch your back, she's a hurt machine. Fought the world since 17. She let it down with kerosene.
Well, I know sacrifice and I know pain. On Mixed Mutants Raiders, many I'd slay. Junker Town is my domain, and when I'm done, none of this will remain. There will be a reckoning!
No.
Novi, Novi. Yeah, you
Cast,
keep
cast, 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 cast. Cast one.
I feel the rhythm more and more. I'd like to jump right on the floor. I feel the bass drum more and more. It's time for dance. I feel the rhythm more and more, more and more. I feel the bass drum more and more, more and more. I feel the rhythm more and more. I'd like to jump right on the floor. I feel the bass drum more and more. It's time for dance. I feel the rhythm more and more. I'd like to jump right on the floor. I feel the bass drum more and more. It's time for dance. I feel the rhythm more and more. I'd like to jump right on the floor. I feel the bass drum more and more. It's time for dance.
Wasn't that so hard for you?
Wait, I'll body block. Front shots, front shots, front shots, front shots. You want speed for your grapple?
I love talking about
scared.
Why am I? Oh,
All right, we are back. As a small aside, our next game will be Empire Sithica versus Nisbek Fan Club because Brookdale Esports is out and we didn't have a match for that block. But this is an interesting match. Chroma, what do you think?
I think this is gonna be the two top dogs, I should say, in the tournament today, and we get to see a versus early. That's quite exciting.
Yeah,
So
it's definitely a
one
matchup
team
that
is
I'm excited about.
yeah, one team is guaranteed to fall to the lower bracket and have to make a lower bracket run to the grand finals.
Be interesting for the teams in the supposed first day of the block. So Sand Raiders, Smooth Brains, EFC Professional, and Sonora. It's going to be interesting to see who goes to the lower bracket of those matchups and who's going to have a good and tough, who's going to have a tough time versus the team that wins here or that loses here, and who might secretly just be a underdog team.
Yeah,
So it's be interesting. You never know. I mean, if you go to losers bracket, it can hit the mental. So
yeah, and I feel even just losing a map in this tournament we have, I think it's just gonna be a huge, what should I say, shot on the mental. Like just the thought of, oh, I'm one game away from going down to low bracket finals might change up some strategies or even the mentality of some of these teams.
yeah, I mean, best of three. You don't have many games to adapt. You know, you got to be quick. And we saw that against Lego Piece and Nisbek Fan Club as well. It's difficult to adapt quick like that. Like it's not easy at all. Lego Piece absolutely tried their best. So it's going to be interesting to see who can figure things out quicker, really. And Empire
Yeah.
Sith and Nisbek Fan Club, notorious. They've scrimmed each other. They're at pretty similar levels in Face It matches as well. I believe both are expert teams. So this isn't a one-sided thing as far as I'm aware. I've especially seen a lot of Sithica play, but like from seeing Nisbek Fan Club, they look pretty in shape right now. So
I mean, this is going to be a best of three match, which means you don't get many chances to actually show a potential or have a good performance. You have to be the best of your possibilities before even starting the match. It's
yeah,
just going to be who is more ready and who can actually show that they're good enough to actually beat the enemy team.
yeah, and again, both teams they've scrimmed each other. They know what each team plays. They're used to seeing what each players are strong at. I imagine, so they might have already gotten some strong ideas on who they're banning. You know.
I mean, I've heard from a bird chirping around these headquarters, I should say, that Nisbuk or no Empress Scythia has an Ash OTP. So might we see an early Ash ban just to get that off comfort pick? Who knows?
Yeah, possibly, and also we might be seeing a lot of dive maps up here because Nisbek Fan Club seem pretty strong on those rush comps. They seem to prefer them at least, or these faster, more mobile comps. So, I mean, I don't know. We might even see some dive matchup, some Anna Brig, Winston, True Mirror matchups on Gibraltar. I mean, again, you never know.
Some good old fashioned Overwatch, I should say.
Some good old fashioned Overwatch, some true and honest Overwatch, even.
Yeah, dive mirror.
Just as you like it, you know. Be very interesting to see which team is stronger in those matchups. Of course, it's never so easy as saying, "Oh, this team is better" or not.
I mean, it's definitely gonna be a clash of the Titans. That's for sure. Yeah, I don't think
And
it's surefire who's gonna win, but it's definitely gonna be a tough one. That's to say the least.
it's going to be an interesting one for us, especially. And it's going to be even more interesting to see if both teams end up getting to the finals. That best of five is going to be just as interesting. And that end up being almost a best of seven equivalent. They've already played their best of three. They've had their 2 games, 2-3 games even, and they might even be really long games. So once they hit their final, anything could happen. Really, definitely, definitely an interesting game to watch for. Definitely looking forward to it as well.
I mean, it's just, uh, especially, I'm quite questioning the next match to play, Sand Raiders and Smooth Brains, because I've never heard of these two teams before. So I don't know if it's gonna be another shakeup like this in the brackets. If or Sithica and Nisbuk is not actually the strongest team, and it might be someone else.
Yeah, I mean, again, there's a lot of teams. I don't really know the full ins and outs of many teams either. So it's like Sand Raider, Smooth Brains. It's entirely some anyone's game. It's a matchup again. Very much looking forward to what teams are comfortable in. It's going to be interesting to see who has a more
what it
diverse
takes.
hero pool. Yeah, who has what it takes, right? One team might have more diverse hero pool and be able to play on more maps. But if the other team just hard rolls them on a really strong map that they're good at, or if the other team isn't quite ready for a team to just secretly have, like we saw on that Circle, if they secretly have a Doom Rush comp in their hand and they're really strong at that, it might be interesting to see who can adapt quicker. Because again, two underdogs there, I'm not sure about who could win there. It'd be very interesting to see who goes against the winner of this match next.
I mean, both of these teams have scrimmed each other a lot of times. So, are we gonna see like some weird, like a Junkrat lifer comp? Maybe like, are they just going straight off of comfort picks and what they're comfortable on? Or are we gonna just see something to spice it up, make some entertaining Overwatch? I should say.
Yeah, I mean, we saw the Roadhog last night as well, so you never know. There might be some secret pick that one of the teams is really strong at that can really counter those comps. And also the low bracket run. Lego piece, they might secretly come out from below. They might secretly turn around and get a rematch against an Nisbuk fan club, maybe even at some point in that. Or maybe they go the whole way to the finals. To be honest, it's hard to predict. It's hard to say.
Yeah. Especially in such a, I feel, stacked tournament, I should say, because a lot of these teams are competent and can have upsets. Some teams can have off days, maybe Sithica isn't ready to take on this book fan club. Like, you never know.
Yeah, I mean,
It
right
might
off of
just
the back of their match as well, they might be on high confidence. They might be really comfortable right now. They might be really feeling themselves even. And they might even just take Sithika off guard, right? They might be at a ready to play at a faster pace as well. So
yeah, it's gonna be exciting no matter what happens. I feel it's just gonna be peak, as they say.
of course, I mean, I'm looking forward to the Lamet versus the hit scan of Sithika. I believe that is, if I remember, Neves. I actually don't remember. That's kind of bad for me, but yeah, I'm looking forward to this matchup. I believe that we're looking to start soon with the bands, but we'll get back to you soon.
Yep. Ay, ay, ay. I don't know, man. The bans is gonna be very questionable, I feel.
Yeah, what do you think? I think for map, I wouldn't be surprised. I believe Nisbuk have first map pick, as far as I'm aware. They might go back to Nepal. They might say we've been feeling it on this map. They might run it back onto Nepal.
I
They might also change it up though, because that wasn't their map pick, I believe, from Lego versus Nisbuk. So we could
I
see
don't
something
know.
completely different here.
The bans are gonna be interesting because this is, as I said earlier, a team that has scrimmed each other a lot of times. So I think the hero bans are gonna be what shows which team is the more dominant one, which has the more thoughtful hero bans, or who has the most targeted, or I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, Nisbuk seem quite comfortable to just ban the Lucio, and that might throw Sithika off. They might be really strong on that Lucio. They might be really strong on a more standard Lucio Babcomp, for example, or something. But at the end of the day, it's going to come down to. Oh, I believe we have Li Jiang for first map.
Oh,
That's interesting. I'm actually not. I'm not that surprised. That does make sense. I believe Li Jiang is quite a scrimmed and played map. So I mean, I'm looking forward to it. Li Jiang, a very good map. There's Farah. There's Ball played a lot there. There's Winston on the Gardens. There's Ram on Control Center. There's a lot of choices here.
I mean, a lot of teams, even outside of the tournament, have Li Jiang as their most comfortable control map. So there is just gonna be shakeups in what happened, and you can play different compositions on there. Like you have the control center where you have to play very close door and brawly maybe, or you could pull out on maybe night market. You can just run a pharmacy. It's just gonna be peak.
Well, hopefully they don't run Pharmacy. I've not really found that too enjoying to watch, but you never know really, because at the end of the day, it's what wins the game, right? They might play a Ball Pharmacy comp and just hard poke. But at the end of the day, Lijiang, a very varied map. Again, it's probably one of the only maps that I've ever seen Junkrat have viability. It's one of the only maps that I have seen such different comps played. I've seen seeing a Wrecking Ball and a Ram Hard Brawl comp in the same subset of maps. And D.Va is first banned from Empire. That's interesting. D.Va is pretty good on Lijiang.
And then Nisbuk banned the Genji. I mean, do we see a ball come out here? Because ball is notorious for being really difficult to play with a ball. Or D.Va, I should say. D.Va's really, really good to counter that ball comp. Is this just going to be a pure ball comp we see playing here? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. They could pull out with something completely crazy. But the Genji, definitely a crazy battle already. Genji, pretty strong on Lijiang. Genji also just generally strong as well. We saw Nisbuk open on Orisa against Lego Piece on that Nepal map, so we might be seeing an Orisa matchup here.
Maybe. I mean, this is just going to be... I think this specialty map is just going to tell who is going to be the strongest in the series, because there are two very, very strong bans this map, and it also can show who is going to be weakened by those bans.
Of course. And here we are in the game. 12 seconds until we see what comps we're going to be playing. Again, this is the ball map. If to play ball, it would be this map. This is also a very, very strong Pharah Echo map. This is a strong Lucio map. And there it is, Lucio Bolana. I almost perfectly called it. But the Kiriko Lucio from Nisbuk fan club with the hazard. Lamet looking for Kenshi again.
Is a very... Lamet is such a troll.
There's the Sojourn Soldier. Very interesting though, Sojourn Soldier. How do you feel about that?
It looks like they're trying to play very, very pokey. I don't know. It's gonna be a weird swap, I feel. It's just gonna throw Sithika like off tempo, I feel, if they're running out of it.
Yeah, the sim swap, they might be swapping to Pharah. Interesting. Pharah very strong on this map. Good into ball as well. It's very hard to die by Pharah, but there's very obvious cycles. Sojourn from Lamet gonna be taking the left side here. Sithika holding white room area control. They've got good point control here. They're looking for a dive. The Trace is taking the left side. Drown's gonna get a pick on Neves onto the Sojourn. Neither Lucio is gonna get a pick onto the Ana. Again, this is a very strong, very weak comp against these harder dive comps. And Need falls off the map with a big slam.
What is
but ready to come, it's gonna get the boop on Zeppelin off of the map. White room controlled by the Tracer right now from Sithika. Well, I'm trying to clear it out. Drown's gonna get the kill onto the Tracer though. That's a good, clean fight though. They got the trade onto Zeppelin, but the Accura's gonna be back quick.
It's just unfortunate really that they get picked early, Sithika, and then their ball unfortunately slams off the map. I mean, it happened in different settings before. You never know. Maybe it's to throw the Nisbuk off. Who knows?
John's getting marked by the Tracer. The Tracer's recalls comes out. Ball's behind. It looks like we've got a stage going, but the Tracer's got a recall. It's gonna be tough. Getting hard marked now as well. Ball's also getting hard marked. You're gonna have to take the Mega early. It seems like Nisbuk fan club are gonna walk on the Tracer, get the pick. And they're gonna keep the momentum going. They're Pharah. Drown's Pharah are gonna go in with the concussion. Gonna get the Sojourn. And they're gonna keep going. The Lucio hard in. They're just trying to chase them down right now. This is a really strong start from Nisbuk fan club.
Nisbuk here is building up on the Drowned Pharah. With they're close to Barrage and they're close to Beat. This might be an early Beat, maybe Barrage play we can see here coming out.
Yeah, I mean, this is some quick ults. The Tracer and Ball now controlling White Room half of the map. Again, we're looking for some stages, but they don't really get anything. Lamet gets caught by the Ball. The engager happens. Wham's gonna get split, but Drown's gonna get the trade onto Neves. The Tracer gets the flip as well. The Kyrie on the off angle now. The slam goes out on the Lucio. But the trades keep coming. Another slash onto the Ball. The Arna's gonna get the trade onto Wham though. And then Carl's gonna get the trade back. Zeppelin just making it work on this off angle here. The flip though, very bad. For Nisbuk. They're gonna get the Tracer, but I think they're gonna keep stalling this. Control, very notorious for like
coming up on
long
mines.
stalls.
This might be a mines point.
They might try and commit to this fight. Yeah, they might try and commit. I don't think they are though. They're regrouping, trying to get one more fight out of this. One more clean fight. So they're struggling a little bit to get these engages off though. The Tracer Ball seem a little bit out of sync. Neve's trying to swing right. The hazard downpour comes out. The ball's gonna get caught. The beat comes out in response. The Kiri. Barrage is also out. It's gonna catch the Sojin. Concussion from behind. They've been put into this white room. They've been full boxed into this room. There's nowhere that they can go.
The
Tracer gets the nano.
Oi, oi, oi. The Ana
But it's not gonna matter. The Ana gets traded. The Pharah gets the Lucio as well. The Tracer's trying to make something work here, but I don't know if they can. It's a bit tough. It seems to be 3 versus 2 right now. Neves versus Lamet. Who's gonna win here? Lamet's gonna get it with the overclock. This is 5 ultimates though. They have to win this if this trace any longer. But they're back so quick. The Lucio's gonna try to get the Pharah. The Pharah gets the trade. And Wham gets the trade as well on the slash into the Lucio. It's not even trades at this point. This is just cleanup. This is just textbook at this point. Against these bull comps, they're disrupting these engages. They're holding these off angles. I mean, what are you meant to do? You can't get these engages off. You keep getting your recall forced early. Your adaptive shields forced early. The Met getting really good pressure on that Sojin. Winning those trades as well as 1v1s. They drown the Kiri. They drown on the Pharah. Zeppelin on the Kiri. Doing very good to hold those off angles as well.
Just Nisbet's just running out there with the momentum from last game. I feel it's almost like they're playing so confidently that they're just only taking those 1v1 matchups. Just really impressive how they can hold onto this momentum and just push it into another game.
Yeah, Nisbet looking confident right now. The Ram May coming out though with the Juno Lucio. Now this is a fast comp. I think they're trying to match speed with speed. The cast good frontline pressure as well. I think they're gonna have to give up control center early from Nisbet fan club. The wall comes out early. The Med's on this off angle. The shield comes out early as well. This is really early, but it's gonna get a headshot into Lamet. Really strong swing. And they control. The Wham gets walled. It's gonna get poked down and fully bursted down. They're gonna need to get a trade out of this. They're gonna lose. The Ram just hard walking on this Lucio. Not gonna quite get it, but it's gonna turn around, get free map control. Gonna maybe get the slow onto Lamet as well. And he's gonna get Zeppelin instead. This is really, really good start for Zithica.
I think if Nisbix wants a chance at winning this map, they're gonna have to take the Brawl mirroring, because the Brawl can just hold so much space. With that double speed boost and Ram, they're probably gonna have to swap tank after this.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, Nisbix are either gonna have to swap tank or swap a better playstyle. They can't keep running into this comp right now, because every time they engage, they're just gonna get caught on their engage. Like we saw Wham got caught on that first fight, but I mean, first fight itself to position on. The Tracer's gonna get the Rap, gonna try and get pressure out, but the Lucy's gonna force him out. Lamet gets the pick of the need!
That's humongous. And
a really big off angle's gonna get the May as well, and they're just gonna keep going onto the cleanup. They're gonna keep going. They're not gonna stop now. They're keeping this momentum going. Lamet again with really good early picks right now.
It's just a caster curse, I feel.
I
said something
feel
that
like
they
it's
should do,
just,
and
isn't
then they all fall like ants on an anthill. Holy! And they're deciding to hold close in this book here. They're coming up on almost every single ult.
Yeah, I mean, Zithica don't have an answer right now. If Downpour comes out really early with Kitsune, what are they gonna do? The Lucio dies early, isn't gonna be able to take the beat charge. The Downpour does come out early. Ram's gonna be split with the May, and it's just a really quick fight right there. The Lucio getting a 3k though. Nelio looking to make a statement.
He gridded Lucio. The Tracer and Lucio flying from behind into the rain. I mean, just
Drown looking for a cheeky little boss there. The wall comes out early. There's nothing that's going to stop this engage with the Kitsune. They wall the cast out of spawn, but the Blizzard comes out for the trade. Wham's going to get blizzarded, but it's just going to get free from the Kitsune, the Kitsuzu. And the Kitsune into the wall on spawn. Another person caught out. It's Reddick A. Reddick A. Overextending. Just doesn't quite get out in time. Gets walled again. That's 2 people that have been walled on that spawn door now. I feel like this is just
they're
really
running out
the overclock on the off angle.
It's
going to get the top.
The cast
Neves is off the map!
Oh my god!
They're gonna have to run to point. They don't get the trades. They try to get the
Juno
flip.
falls though.
Perhaps just gonna let them die. They probably could have staggered that as well. Very surprised. The top shot though, good into this hazard.
Yes, extremely
And
good.
often they trace it. They need to get the touch here. I knew it comes out to try and make space.
And he dies.
It's not gonna matter though. The beat came out to try and trade, but the annihilation will last longer. Can they live through this? The speed gonna get the Lucio. Lucio caught out. The Ram's gonna keep going and keep going. They need to get this touch right now. They need to win this point.
I mean,
they've had a good restabilization though.
This is really good. Lucio comes back in.
Sojin forced to slide, but it's a really good angle still. They've not been forced off of it completely. Need getting peppered by Drown right now. Lamet looking for something. Delio's going to try and trade the off angle and get off the map, but I think that they're good. Yeah, they're
Something
really
needs
fighting
to
for this
happen
off angle right now. This is really strong.
Fall.
And speaking of something happening, Lamet get another opening pick. Downfall misses. But is it going to matter? Going to get the Lucio on the slash. Almost got the block as well. Lamet gets traded by Renegade, but Drown gets traded into leave. Some good shots here from the Tracer of Sithika.
The Ramacho falls.
But it doesn't matter, the Ramacho was too overextended into the Kitsune. Drown's gonna get more.
Tracer. I mean,
Maybe it's
they
winnable.
Could probably stall this.
Oh, the Lucio goes down. Ah, so close.
Looks like it's over for this map. I mean, dominant performance.
Getting the emote from the
Mystic.
cast, it's over, unfortunately. That was good though.
I mean, just really dominant performance, I need to say. The momentum from the first map Niswick played, it really shows that they are ready to face up against Sithika.
Yeah, I mean, the Met as well, though, looking so strong, getting a lot of these opening picks, getting a lot of these really fight-deciding rails. And mostly, though, getting these strong angles as well. Niswick Fan Club not as good on those brawl matchup with the Hazard, Kiri, Lucio. But they're very good at controlling those angles. You saw on that last few fights, Hazard just freely jumping onto their Sojourn. There's nothing that can stop them. And they're really struggling to adapt to that different pace of comp.
I mean, the staying on the Hazard was probably smart there, because they can just play their own style. Because instead of just taking the Brawl Mirror, where they may just be uncomfortable on when they really like playing the Hazard, might have been the key to winning map 1.
Yeah, I mean, we saw it against Lego Piece. Niswick Fan Club right now. They're looking really strong on that map control department. They're looking like they've got their good fundamentals. They've got this good pressure. They know what angles they need to be fighting for. And that opening was tough though, but it clearly didn't shake them off too much.
Yeah. They just recuperated and then went back in with no hesitation while getting set up for better precision. I mean, just beautifully played by Niswick. Unfortunate for Sithika that they do get caught out early on, almost with their pants down, I should say, on the second fight.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how they adapt to this in this next matchup. I wonder if they ban the Sojourn. I wonder if, again, like we saw against Lego Piece, I meant Sojourn very strong right now.
Yes. I mean, Lamet is deadlifting his side of the DPS. Drown was doing good on fire though, I'm not gonna deny it. But he did not seem like he woke up when he was playing the Tracer.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't quite getting those picks where it mattered. Not unlike Lamet. But
Yes.
Drown, still very good on that map control. Managing to hold those off angles behind them. Managing to control that space quite well. And not quite getting the picks that they were looking for, but definitely getting the map control they were looking for. I believe King's Row is the next map.
Yeah, we're going into King's Row here. This might be a difficult map, or a hero bans, I should say. Because you don't really know. You can play a lot of different comps. You can even play dive here on first point.
Hmm.
Oh, the Juno ban, it looks like. So they're trying to deny speed and consistent heals on the tank. So they probably want to go with the dive mirror, or maybe even the Sigma at this point.
Now that's interesting because Juno Brig was a pick for Niswick Fan Club against the Lego Beast match. But I believe that the Lucio Juno definitely seems to be comp they're kind of worrying about, I feel.
Yeah, the double speed boost, or as is known, the I forgot it. Don't even. It doesn't even matter.
No, it's alright. But yeah, King's Row, Juno is very strong. We've seen a lot of Juno Ana historically. So I wonder if that's a cover band for that. But that doesn't mean they can't play Ana. This might be an Ana Lucio match. This might even be an Ana Kiri match. There's a choices. It's a lot of choices.
And it's a lot of choices. I this might be a very. I feel this map is going to be very important to show us who can take momentum out of this game. Because momentum in Overwatch is really, really important. If you win that first map, it might demoralize the enemy team.
Yeah,
If
I
you
mean
take it
mentally and also
confidently.
physically as well. On that control first point, Sithika weren't able to regain that momentum with the ball. Nisbet got those early picks. They got that early fight win. And they managed to keep that momentum going. They managed to prevent Sithika from really regaining. They kept marking those angles, and it was really tough to recontest from them. And Sojin banned from Empire Sithika.
Maybe we said it earlier that Civica should probably ban the Sojin here, because the Myth Sojin has been dominating this tournament.
Yeah, and it's not even just the mechanics. The positioning's been really good as well from Lemay. They're getting the swings when they need to. And been able to get that help when needed as well.
Yes.
It's been a bit of a decider right now. Especially against that Lego piece game. Especially against the Lego piece, sorry.
Yeah. This
Those
is
angles
gonna be
devastating.
very, very important map. Is it gonna be a clean sweep from Nisbuk, or can Civica take back momentum and reverse sweep this? I don't know. I don't know. Both teams looks very competent and very
I'm praying for Sithika
comfortable.
here. I've got Sithika on payroll, obviously, you know. No. Sithika, I still have faith Sithika can recover this. King's Row. A strong map for a lot of comps. Rhine has been played on this map. I'm not so sure if it's very viable, but it's doable.
I feel
Zarya,
I
strong
feel
on this map.
Nisbuk is gonna take out the or horse or Orisa, I should say, like they did earlier.
Yeah. Orisa, strong on this map as well. Very good to hold that high ground. Very good for defense as well. We'll see here in 5 seconds, I believe.
Nisbuk starts on attack here. Are they gonna do the signature Widow's grapple snipe? Who knows?
I believe they are.
Oh wow.
I mean,
I
they're doing
mean,
something.
the Sigma Hazard matchup here. I don't think I've seen this yet. This might be a close game because I feel like it's a very neutral matchup. Oh, and Wem swaps over to the Doomfist. I mean,
Interesting.
on a big backline with the Sigma and then a Torb, probably to counter a Tracer if they want to go Tracer Genji maybe.
Yeah, they
No,
might be
Ash.
predicting a hazard here again. Oh,
Oh, what just went down?
I believe some technical difficulties. I imagine that they're still going to be playing the same comp though.
Probably.
That's interesting. I think the brick is definitely a predictive lock, at least.
Yeah.
Definitely something that they are looking to slow the pace, maybe, of Sithika. Again, Juno banned here. Juno's very strong on King's Row first point with Ana, especially. So I wonder if that's what they were intending to play. Their only other option would maybe be Lucio, but Lucio not as good as Brigitte at holding the high ground. So maybe they're just looking to anchor on that high ground, really control their space.
I mean, it's just the Doomfist Pharah pick for Nisbuk on Kings Row first is really, really interesting if they decide to stay on the same comp. But it can just create a lot of space, and Pharah and Doomfist are known to dominate the early high grounds on Kings Row. Because
Yeah,
you
and I
can't
mean,
really
Nisbuk
do much
have...
about them unless you
Yeah,
run double hit scan.
yeah. I mean, they do have the Ana, but they weren't running an Ashe. They were running a Reaper Torbjorn last I saw. I don't know if that's going to be a permanent pick, though. There's the Ashe. There's the Ashe.
The Ash Mirror. Oh,
The
they
Ashe
are running
Mirror.
out on the pharmacy, it looks like.
I wonder if the Ashe Mirror is more comfortable for Neves as well.
It probably is. I
Okay.
mean,
Another technical
another
difficulty,
tech.
I believe.
Well, unfortunate, really.
But as we were saying, this does look like their permanent comp. I wonder if the Mercy is just an opening damage boost for the Pharah to get some early pressure on the high ground, get some early damage and early ult charge. Key.
Yeah, I agree here. I don't think Niswick will stay the Mercy here because the Kiri, at least the Ash and the Kiri will probably be very open if we see a swap from Sithika's comp. They will just be like a free target maybe because the Ash can't really get away. And the Kiri, when her cooldowns goes down, and especially this matchup, she's kind of useless.
Yeah, and I mean, the Lucio was definitely key to some of Nispec's map control there as well. They were utilizing that speed quite well. They were getting a lot on the map. They were doing very well controlling those angles. So I'd be very surprised if this Mercy stick pick stays.
I mean, depends on if they decide to change anything up. I don't really know what's happening in the technical difficulties here. It seems like
Yeah,
neither team is ready to start. Maybe it's nervousness that's popping in. From Sithica. Who
Maybe.
knows?
Maybe just. I think it's gonna be interesting to see if Nisbet can keep this momentum going though. Again, King's Row, it can be easy to hold these off angles, to control the space as well, especially on that Sigma Brigitte.
It's gonna be an exciting and very what should I say here? It's gonna be a very competent from both team here. Like if you can play your role in both team comps, I feel both team comps can fall from each other very quickly. I feel they're built on a tower with very bad staples, I should say.
Yeah, I believe we're actually in game this time. 10 seconds till we start. Let's see.
Hopefully. I mean, so hopefully the viewers as well is very excited to see how this King's Row map will go.
We finally got the Widow opening pick at least. Maybe this is going to be a damage boosted Widow start.
That is exciting. I mean, hopefully, I mean, do we see an early pick here? I think the chances are quite high because Lemmet has been dominating lately.
Yeah, I mean, Lemet's been really strong in these opening picks, so... I mean, here's hoping Empire Pacifica managed to just not get open picked again. I've got my full faith in them to recover this.
I mean, I don't really hate the Mercy here that much, because if his Lemmet is not gonna stay on the Widow character, and he swaps to Ashe, then the Mercy has a lot of damage boost to do.
They are not interested in swinging that Ashe. The Widow, sorry. For this opening pick. Very safe.
That's
very
what
safe
happened.
open. The Pharmacy's still in though. Interesting. I think Nisbet are going to struggle a little bit at being that quick pace map control style they were playing. And I wonder, are they going to struggle to force the Sigma out? But they're going to get this. They're going to get the grasp out. They're going to get the shield out, and they've already managed to take a lot of map control right now. Even lacking that Lucio. Good headshot onto the Pharah. Good headshot onto the Mercy. Sorry. I mean, that Torbjorn has just been forced out all the way back into spawn, almost. Riziko's gonna be looking to retake space against this Pharah. Gonna be walking up. No grasp again though. The points are already almost capped. No one can touch right now. There goes the touch from the Sigma, but that's like a bait. They've regained this high ground. The coach gun onto the Torbjorn's gonna get the kill. Wham's gonna come in from behind on the backline. Gonna wall off the Ana. The Ana is now split, and it's just the Sigma. The Sigma can't get peek from the Ana. Brigitte's completely off high ground now as well. Drown's Pharah is gonna go from the Mercy gets knocked down by the Rock. Gonna get the pick. Niv's getting mugged by Drown, but Lamet's gonna get ready to come in. The Rock's gonna get the Sigma.
Just beautifully executed by Wham there. I mean, force point for as long as he can until the Sigma drops, because the Sigma can't get back up.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing this weakness on that first point of the Sigma Ashe comp, where they don't have anyone to touch.
They're on Lucio, Ram now, and Genji. I mean, pretty smart, and the Kiri. Pretty smart swaps.
Yeah, definitely a bit of a change of pace here as well. They clearly realized that Brig wasn't quite getting the value that they needed, because at the end of the day, if the tank drops off high ground, that's always going to protect them anyways. So maybe this Lucio Kiri can enable them to take the space a bit better. And against this Far Mercy as well, it's going to keep them a bit safer. Brigitte Ana, very easy to get spammed out here as well. Holding the corner now while Halo's pushing up. But it's a big barrage, it's looking big, it's going to be straight onto the Ram, it's going to kill the Ram through everything. Didn't even get a chance to form, the wall's going to kill the Genji, and this is just such a quick fight. The Mercy barrage, the Mercy damage boosted barrage, sorry, on the Ram, 0 time to react. What are you even meant to do there?
I mean, it didn't even have to be a sneaky barrage, because of the damage boost. The Ram would have fallen so quick, he probably would have had no chance to get his form out. And they do have the Mercy and the Kiri ult coming up for the next fight. Meanwhile, Sithika has the Bob. The Bob is probably going to get thrown out to get a touch here.
The Kitsu comes out, something's going to have to cancel it, but it's not going to be early enough. The Bob doesn't come out, the map's space control has been made, there's nothing that they can do. I don't even know if they're going to be able to retouch this into this Kitsune. They've still got downpour, so if they walk for free, they're going to struggle. They need to get this Ashe back in time. Here comes the taxi. Are they going to get the Bob there? I don't know, they're going to touch. Zeppelin goes low. The Dynamite comes out, it's going to kill the Genji. The Ram not going to be able to live long enough. The Bob does come out, it's going to get the Mercy, the Pharah. But the Res is going to come out. It's not going to be enough. It doesn't matter. The Bob comes out, but the point already gets capped. The Bob is too far away, even. I think that was too early of a Bob. I think they couldn't quite get there quick enough, and that's the problem with getting picked early with that Bob. That's the issue with these early picks that this book seem to keep on. Seem to keep on finding.
The Genji fall, and the Kiri on.
And they get another open pick. I think this is cleanup though, but they get some really good picks to keep this momentum rolling. Again, Nisbook really good at keeping the momentum rolling right now. Even on these comps that should be theoretically struggling with these map controls, they're just fighting it. They're making it work.
Beautiful.
Big dynamite there from the mid. Got the Bob. The Bob comes out onto the Ramatra, but the Blade comes out to counter it. Gonna be straight on the Ashe. Gonna get the good dash on as well. The Barrage comes to try and counter the Blade. The Suzu comes out as well, and the Genji goes down anyways. The Bob came out on the back line, it kills the Kiri. The Ram is now split. The picks have come out. The Lucio goes down trying to go in. Nice gets to try to Lamet, but it doesn't matter. It's too late. Too little, too late. The Ram's gonna try and make something work. It doesn't matter. Now they've got to play for their retouch, and this is really, really bad for Sithika. They've got the Kitsune, but they've used 2 ultimates, and they've got nothing for it. The Barrage Bob to counter the Blade beat was really strong there. It was good value. And Zephyr's gonna get an early pick onto the Genji again, and it's not gonna matter. They're not gonna get the touch. The Kitsu came out. Again, too little, too late. It feels like Sithika aren't able to re-cancel this momentum. Like, Nisbook just keep on going and going and going, and they're just not stopping. This is a train wreck right now. This is a train that just keeps going.
Nisbook is looking like a really competent offense, and Sithika has no answers. It's really important that Sithika get a key to open the door here, or else nothing's gonna... It's just gonna be a hard stomp.
Yeah, I mean, Sithika's got to make something happen right now. As we said earlier, though, best of 3, it's tough to adapt quick enough. But maybe they found the time. Maybe they've got a solution. Maybe they've got something to find out. A way to reconvene, even. The Venture from Drown, the Bull from Wham, Zen Kiri. Now, this is interesting. The Roadhog.
Oh,
now, into that Diva, though, that's tough.
Diva, he's gonna have an awful time. And especially, they do have the Zen though. So maybe the Zen could make some space for the Roadhog. Who knows? Because
Ara Ashe as well is interesting. Good to control that high ground, as we saw earlier. The Ashe, strong at swinging those angles. On the right side, for example, to control that high ground. The Pharah, very good at stopping them from walking backwards. Very good at catching rotates. And the Diva, really good at cycling those touches on point. I would even go so far as to say Nisbook aren't really taking Sithika very seriously right now with this Roadhog pick.
It looks like they're just toying with them, and then it's upsetting almost.
And this is almost a spawn hold.
Forget I even said it.
Zen gets the pick with the Nevs. He's almost gonna get the pick with the Pharah, gets 2.
The Zen is humongous.
The nade comes out, gets the kick, gets a trade onto the Venture. They get 3, Zen gets 4. And the Roadhog gets the cleanup. Zen almost securing those 4 kills. Lamet's gonna get the honor, and he's just right back into spawn. Now that is tough. That is a demoralizer.
Oh,
Zen's gonna get instantly forced out though, gets caught out with his pants down.
Oh my god.
The ego has been the downfall of the Zen. The hog hook misses. Traumatized. Ram is traumatized from missing that hook, but has another. Is still fishing for more. But is gonna get fully jumped on. This is exactly how Nisbook managed to dismantle Lego's Hog as well, is they split them from the backline. They got those early picks, and Sithika's done just that, and this is a really strong position now for Sithika.
They probably do get the point off of this, if the Tracer can't just keep
The
touching
Jake can
forever.
still point though.
I
They've
mean,
got 2
do have
really
the
good point
pressure.
stallers. Pharah trying to take the high ground right now. It's gonna get marked by Zeppin's Kiri.
But is it
And
gonna
they're looking
be
for the
enough?
swing on here with the hog hook. If they hit this hog hook on someone big, this could win the fight. But the DM comes out and protects it, but it doesn't matter because the Venture Dick's gonna kill them. But Lamet gets traded out by the Ana. And the Zen gets another one. The Zen on this crazy off angle. Might even kill the Pharah here.
Almost.
Not quite. Gonna get the Mega. The Diva's gonna get the traded onto the Kiri. And it looks like Sithika are in a really strong position right now. The dig onto high ground. The Hog Venture's still alive though. This is a very strong combo. A hook into a Venture dig. But the Venture, no cooldowns. Completely broke right now into Hotel. Tries to get caught out by the Pharah as well. And the Hog just has to back up.
The Zen on King's Row is very impressive to play here, especially into the Ashe, Pharah, Mercy, and Diva. It's really
Lamet stopping the
impressive.
Freya. I feel like they've not taken it seriously, and this has been the downfall right now for this first point from Nisbook. But I wonder, they might still be able to recover it, even on this substandard comp.
this is... I mean, the whole hook is probably gonna get...
This hook might get the kill. The hook gets the kill. Doesn't even matter the Freya headshot. The Zen in the backline, not even helping the team right now, just eco swinging the backline. I think Nelio is feeling himself right now. This is a really strong angle. And, I mean, the whole hog comes out, kills the D.Va, like, what are they going to do? They're not able to win these angles. Even that first point, they were still doing strong on that off-angle control, but, like, it doesn't matter. The Zen is just getting the good swings.
I mean, they're all set up... Hog is in their spawn, and they're all the other backline is set up also in their spawn. Are they trying to spawn the home?
This is
spawn
a
home for a
map
second
flip.
time?
The Nano comes down to the Pharah, gonna get the Freya. They're fighting back map control with an ultimate, but the Mercy gets caught out. Neves gets caught out as well. The trade comes out into the venture with the Dynamite though, and the Zen gets another one with the Discord Orb headshot. This is just amazing to see. Lamette swapping the Sombra. Interesting. I mean,
and the Hanzo comes out as well. For
the
drown.
Hanzo Sombra. You know, I was talking
just
about eco,
not
but it doesn't seem to
taking
matter.
They're just trying to ego this, it looks like. They're just playing fun. It looks like a rank game in NA.
And they're winning. Is the worst part, they're winning. Like, even though Sithika should be getting the map control for free, almost. Like, right now, they've already flipped the map. This is really strong for Sithika, but can they keep this momentum going? The Zen could just get another miracle pick. The Sombra translocating out a little bit early. Map flipped, but it's good for Nisberg. They've got the choke. They're controlling the choke, and they're controlling the payload key. The key is they're controlling the payload. The Zen's gonna get a really strong volley there into the Discord. The Summon's gonna try and chase it up. Umasi's gonna get the beam. He's gonna get the trade. They're gonna overextend, but the Zen gets the far out again. The rest is gonna have to come out here soon. The rest does come out, but the Zen swings again with this Pug. It's a free swing. But the Pharah after the res gets the one, but this trade comes out from the Kiri. It's like Trade Central right now. The sleep comes out onto Droud. Neve gets the finish. I mean, as much as we're saying that they're getting caught for overextending.
Come out. Holy.
The trans to go further into the back line. The Kiri Zen are just sat in their backline, and because they're on Sombra, because they're on Soldier, or were on Hanzo, but even then, they're on these selfish heroes. They don't really need their supports that much, so this off-angle control is helping them a lot more.
Makes it just so hard for Sithika. Really
and here comes the barrage onto the Hog, onto the Soldier. It's going to get two, and they're going to keep going. I think it's going to completely cancel this Kitsune as well.
They do unfortunately,
and they need to get these kills.
As well.
They didn't. They needed a clean fight. They really needed a quick fight here.
Yeah, I mean,
and they
the
got
Kiri and Zen is still in their backline, being almost creeps at this point.
Yeah, they're stalking them at this point. They've just not been forced out once. The Zen has decided to go on a metro journey right now. The Zen's got trains to catch, flights to see, views to be, people to see, you know? It's like, this guy's going on a tour de France at the back end. It's still going to try and go for a volley. Ash is completely split here, though. He's going to have to get full peel. The Kiri finally goes down. The Zen finally goes down. The trip pulled short. Refund your tickets.
Man, just
they finally managed to do it. Way too long, but they've still got the point, though. You know? Even though that this map control has been really bad for them. And the D.Va goes down. The bomb's going to be forced out here to try and get this remake. The Pharah's gonna get like the EMP comes out on the Pharah, and again, the Pharah overextending. It feels like a recurring theme with this Pharah keeps getting caught. Neves gets the coast gun onto the Ash, of the Sombra, sorry. The hook comes out, doesn't quite get the honor. If that got the honor, this could have been fight winning for Nisberg after that trade. But again, I mean, the Zen on the off angle, are they ever gonna mark it? How long can the Zen live here? It's a long stay vacation, really.
Yeah.
The Hog low, but gets the whole Hog into the D.Va, is gonna get the finish. And Nisberg even won the fight. Despite the trade coming out, it didn't matter. And even on this off angle, it still didn't matter. The off angle wasn't even needed. The whole Hog has got way more value than needed, and the Mauga swap comes out. Interesting.
I feel the Mauga here isn't the correct choice, because the Zen Discord Orb will just make him explode. It will just be a hard match either way.
But it's gonna run onto the Zen anyways, and Zen gets his transforced. The Ana goes down to Pigpen, but the Pharah gets the trade into the Widow. The Zen has just gone further and further back. Maybe even a spawn hold right now for the Zen. Trying to spawn camp someone. Neves is going to get the kill onto the Zeppelin's Kiri. Mauga's going to get the Hog. And there it comes. The Ana getting spawn camped by a Zen right now. And the Zen keeps going further. I'm in awe.
I mean, it looks like he's trying to defend first point.
I think Zen needs to take their Alzheimer meds, but I don't think they need it either because they aren't too scared to swing even.
What is this?
This is a horror movie right now. Well, I'm getting low. I'm gonna get killed by Neves because they just don't even have their Zen, but they don't even need their Zen. The help comes out for the Ana.
In the
But the
enemy
Mercy gets
backline
low.
once again.
Mercy might get traded here. Mercy doesn't. Drown gets caught by the pin. The deflect onto the good dash into the... Oh my god. The Genji gets 2 with a really good play. Good deflecting, good dash. The Mauga finishes the Doom. It doesn't matter. They're not going to get the retouch. And we go into overtime. We go again.
I mean...
No, that was tough though. That's gotta be tough for Sithika.
The spawn hold from the Zen alone several times is crazy. But the late swap on the Genji, I can see why Genji was banned first map.
Yeah.
Sithika's Genji player is insane.
They look a lot stronger on their Genji. I'm not sure why the Pharah pick was there. It worked a couple fights, but... I mean... When you have a Zem who's just missing their Alzheimer meds and just keeps going into the backline, I'm not so sure that the Pharah pick is needed here. Especially when they keep getting diffed by the Zem.
Yeah.
But... I say that though. Zen's looking really good.
The Zen
Nelio
player
looking
is
very
now
strong on that Zem.
Moira. Did they swap roles? Is the flex support playing main support and the main support is playing flex support? What's happening? They're really
As
not
far
taking
as
it
I am
serious
aware-
at all.
As far as I am aware, Zeppelin's still very strong on the main support roles though. But this is a swap. Maybe Moira is better for Nelio here. Or maybe Nelio has some secret flank strat. Either way, the Junkrat. Interesting.
Oh
From the
my
net.
lord. The Junkrat into Widow Farah. Mercy. And the Diva. I mean, if it gets this done, it might just be an all-time performance.
Yeah, I mean, this pick looking to play fast though. Even though they have that Junkrat, they need to get these fast engages, and they're just hiding right now. They're showing no
They're
face.
sitting
They're
above
not
them.
letting them know where they are.
They're
Here
going.
goes the swing, here goes the concussion mine. The Diva's gonna go straight for the Junkrat. The Junker Queen goes to swing wide. The Diva is split, but not split enough. That big swing wasn't decisive enough. And right now, they've just lost their only engage. And they need to do it again. The Junkrat stalking up, and the Diva gonna get a good shot on behind. The trap
Really
goes
don't-
out. They've almost lost their. They've almost given up their own map control. And down goes the car. Down goes Zeppelin's Lucio. Down goes Lemez Junkrat. And they're just gonna get picked off right now. But one gets a trade to Neves. Drown looking to kill the Pharah here. Neve gets Nelio. Again, someone who's a big struggle player for Sithika. They're really difficult to deal with, but is managing to piece them up. It seems like this comp isn't gonna work for Nisbek right now. They might need to change it up.
If they don't swap here, they're maniacs. I mean, they are gonna get first point, it looks like. It's just gonna be a waiting game at this point. Are they gonna get the touch? They don't get it.
It was in overtime though. The respawn's long, but Neves goes down again to Wham.
Oh,
Wham just in the backline. For some reason, this one person in their backline, whoever it is finding value. And Wham again in the backline gets a good knife into the Pharah. He's gonna finish the Pharah as well. The Moira, good angles here. Getting good stuff. The Junkrat gets the Ana as well.
Long range Junkrat.
This is some crazy angles.
Holy!
For Nisbek, the bomb comes out, trying to make a play, and it's gonna touch. Isn't gonna get it in time.
That's unfortunate. 13.
Got 2 though, so if they
0.07
touched, they might have been able to
meters.
recover that. I don't like the odds for Sithika right now.
That is looking really bad. They're gonna have to probably. I mean, Nispunk has 4 minutes on the clock. They can take their time with this one if they really want to. All they need to do is cap first point and then just push them away from the point, and then they win the map. This is looking really, really, really difficult for Sithika. I don't know how to feel about this.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because even on what you would typically assume is a slower, more front-to-back comp even that struggles a bit on these angles, Nisbek are still managing to find angles where it matters. They're still managing to take these strong positions around Sithika and get these really good picks. They're winning a lot of their 1v1s as well where it matters too. And it seems like Sithika might be a bit burnt out of it. They might not be as locked in as they need to be.
They're also gonna pull out the Zen, but Nisp Puck is going out on the Sim, a Reaper, Reinhardt, Lifeweaver, Baptiste comp. I don't think I've ever seen this in my entire life, and I've played this game since the beta.
Yeah, I mean, as I was saying, Nisbek fan club don't seem to be taking Sithika that seriously right now.
The huge Ryan
The
charge.
Ryan just
Then he
fully
backspin.
pinning in. But even though it was such a far pin, they've taken all this space for free so quickly. The pedal comes out to try and let the Ryan go to high ground. Sim already up high ground. And look at this, they've already taken some really strong positions, but Neve catches the life we've got on the rotate. The Ryan's going to go down here, I think. Need managing to catch that rotate as well. They're going to keep stable here. That was a good counter engage from Sithika though.
That was beautifully played. Didn't even need the anti-nade on someone particular there. Just quick kill on the Lifeweaver and then just the entire team falls over.
Yeah, and he's got a really good dynamite there on the life review as well on that rotate. Catching these rotates is what Sithika needs to do. They can't be letting Nisbek get this free map space. Here comes the Hazard. Hazard, definitely, I think, a stronger tank for Wham. So
Doesn't
maybe
really have any heals though, unless he stands on low ground.
maybe looking to seal the deal though. Here goes a slash into high ground. The Zen's going to be completely jumped on. Just got 3-2-1 swung on. Gets caught out, but are they going to be able to get the trades out? No, they're not. They get the trade into the Ilari, but it doesn't matter. Drown's going to get the Sim. Nelia was going to get traded, but again, it didn't matter. The Sim goes down to 1. The Sim gets caught by the dynamite onto the anti. Really good again, counter-engaging on these TPs. They were ready for it this time. They caught them out. They weren't able to get those fully secured. Neve's going to get a really good angle here because of this force out as well. Because the TP didn't work, Neve's got a really good swing onto Zeppelin's bow. And then Wham was just a clean-up victim right there. That was really good though.
That was a chaotic fight, if I have to say so.
They were down 1, but Nisbek rushed it. They were too impatient.
Yeah, what was cost of them? I mean, the Tracer swap here, I don't know how to feel about this. Tracer's not really known to be good on this map, and especially into Lucio and Diva, he's just gonna have an awful time.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying to make something work. They had their recall force really early here. Another recall force, and they've not really done all that much. Neve's getting low, though. Neve's going to have to force the Diva Bomb for the remake, and the Bob comes out, but so does the window in response. They're not going to be able to get their value from the ultimates, though. Neves goes down to Worm on the high ground. The window's in a really strong position. They can't mark point, but they're not getting cap percentage at the same time. The Nano's here ready for the Diva. They're looking for an engage, I think. Out comes the Sim wall. But the Sim goes down anyways. Out comes the downpour as well. The Lucio's gonna get caught, gonna get completely jumped by Lamet. The Nano has to come out now. It's come out late already. We need a big nade here from Sithika. The nade's not gonna be enough, but they're gonna get the trades. The Arna gets the Bab. Neves gets Lamet. The nade comes out to the Hazard. The Hazard gets full jumped and completely destroyed by Dynamite from Neves. Full counter dive from Need. But Neves gets killed by the Blossom. But it doesn't matter. They're still up again. They've managed to get these trades. They're also not quite at the value that they needed. But again, Nisbek are rushing it. Nisbek went too quickly. The Genji comes out. They're starting to take it seriously now.
I mean, Nisbek here has the advantage. The Diva doesn't
They
have
don't have mech yet.
and they do have Nano Hazard. It happens. And he misses
But the
Slash.
TP, it baited the Hazard. They full kite it. It's completely free. Neves cannot get caught out right now by this Hazard. But Neves get caught out anyways. Neves isn't ready. Neves wasn't aware. They need to get for the retouch here now. This is really bad. They get the TP out. Diva's still not on the mech. Diva goes down. They're going to keep this momentum going. If they can't get a retouch here, this might be over for Sithika. Sim's going to get caught on the rotate. On the kite out. The Iron is not going to be able to get enough value. They're going to get a touch, but does it matter? Can Zeppelin kill the Lucio quick enough? Is the Lucio going to live long enough? And no, they're not. They're going to get the point. And it goes to Nisbek Fan Club. As we said, they were being a little bit cocky, I'd say, even at that start with those picks, but they locked in when it mattered. They got the picks when it mattered. They were rushing a bit, but they managed to pick it back up at the last minute, quite literally, and recover on that last fight.
I think that is going to be a momentum change, that Sithika did pick it up on the overtime defense, and they did hold Nisbek for three entire minutes. That could be a momentum changer, and that could probably show us in the last map if it's going to be a reverse sweep or not, if they come out strong or they just keep falling down.
Yeah, I mean, Nisbek coming out on top for this best of 3, but, I mean, from what I saw, Sithika might be able to recover on that Luce's Bracket rerun, so I'm looking forward to it.
I mean, if Nisbek does take Sithika seriously, it looks like Nisbuk is just gonna dominate the last map if they keep playing on what they have been playing. But they have been not taking it serious. They have just been trolling. I don't know. I just don't know.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
if they keep trolling, then Sithika might take a few maps, and then it might just be the last map of the series, and then Nisbuk's just gotta realize that it ain't over yet until it says victory on your screen. You have to keep playing and tryharding.
yeah, I mean, Nisbuk almost got punished for that. So very close at the end there, very close, almost managed to get the recovery, and I was very much looking forward to the recovery there.
Man.
of the Ducker Queen. Watch your back, she's a hurt machine. Fought the world since 17. She burned down with kerosene.
Okay, sorry about this, but another team has decided to forfeit at the last moment, and there will be no games for next 2 hours. So we will be streaming the Sonora and the EMC professional game later at 20:30 CEST. So in about, yeah, in 3 hours time, that game will be streamed. But from what we've seen today, these have been some very interesting and nice games that maybe haven't been so even, but it has all been really entertaining just to watch and see all the little things that are happening. Like, it's just crazy how. Wait, it's just crazy how Nipso Fan Club just was able to do all of this. The Zenyatta by Anelio on King's Row just was unbeatable for whatever reason. I think they are the biggest powerhouse out of all. It just worked. Everything was going their way. But thank you everyone so much for watching this. As I said again, in 3 hours we will be streaming the Sonora EMC professional games. Thank you so much for watching.